Y'all have kept me so motivated to continue decluttering my makeup collection, so today, by popular demand, I'll be decluttering my liquid lipsticks. Now, this is the drawer in my makeup collection that actually stays the most organized, but it's also probably the most neglected recently. So let's get straight into it, because I'm sure it's gonna take a while. But first, if you're new here, hi, my name is Miranda. Welcome to my channel where we talk all things budget beauty. If that sounds interesting to you, then become the newest member of the Slashed Squad by hitting subscribe and the bell icon. All right, here is my liquid lipstick drawer. So as you can see, it's actually not all that disorganized because I do have these grid organizers inside. I will link them below. They're from Amazon, where you basically just interlock them and they create sort of square chambers. And at some point there was a little bit of an organization method here, although it's gotten a little muddy on this side. So it was supposed to be like kind of lighter nudes, moving into darker wines and mauves, and then reds and pinks, orange, purple, and clear or just weird colors. Aside from liquid lipsticks, I do also have lip crayons and lip glosses in this drawer just because of the size of them. They fit best in this drawer because they're typically slim and taller. So we will go through everything. This is just going to be a general lipstick declutter, I guess, although I do have my bullet lipsticks in the drawer underneath, and that could stand to be decluttered as well, but this is what we're going to stick with today. All right, starting out, we have a House Laboratories lip gloss. This is brand new. I just got it. This is the shade Entranced. I only just received a House Laboratories haul, and I haven't really tried much from it yet. This is more of like a translucent shimmery lip gloss that you can use as a topper or just on its own, and it's got this iridescent shine. I think that is so cool. But like I said, that's brand new, so we'll keep that. I think in my last liquid lipstick declutter, I hadn't decided whether or not I was going to declutter these. The Essence Shine 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 lip glosses, they are amazing. I ended up keeping them just because they are such a great drugstore lip gloss and I wanted to like have them on hand. But as I mentioned when I did this last, they sort of give me a reaction, and I've pretty much determined that they have something in them that I must be allergic to, because every time I put them on, my throat starts getting itchy. And a lot of you in the comments were like, that is not something you should play around with, just declutter them. I, against my better judgment, kept them. This time I am just gonna go ahead and grab all of these and declutter them. All right, so I feel like that was already a good chunk of decluttering, just getting rid of those lip glosses. All right, let's keep going. So I have the Pop Beauty Permanent Pout in the shade Butter Babe. These I feel like aren't so popular in the US, but Pop Beauty is a pretty mainstream drugstore brand in the UK, I believe. This is a really nice matte, long-wearing liquid lipstick, although it is incredibly matte, if you know what I mean. It's just like that classic sort of dry feel, flat matte that can definitely accentuate some lines on the lips, but it is thin, so it doesn't feel very heavy. But, ew, why is the top sticky? Ooh, that is not a good sign because I store these upside down. I do like the shade. It's sort of like an apricot. I'm gonna set this aside though because, you know, it's not my favorite formula and I feel like there might be something more comfortable in a similar shade. But for right now, this is probably gonna be on deck for declutter. I also still, I don't know why I keep these, honestly. I literally never use them, so I'm just gonna go ahead and declutter them. The NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream. At one point, they were like the holy grail matte liquid lipstick of the drugstore. And I mean, I just really don't find them comfortable to wear. And I think they always end up looking crusty on my lips. This is the shade San Francisco. Beautiful color. I mean, that's probably why I kept it. Really nice mauvey nude. And then this one is San Diego. I mean, I think for the longest time, this was one of the most extensive liquid lipstick collections at the drugstore. Like they had so many shades and even ones that weren't traditional. They had like black and, you know, like a really deep ox blood and everything, but I mean, drugstore liquid lipsticks have come such a long way. And even though these always swatch so beautifully and smoothly, where I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna keep a couple, I never reach for them because every time I wear them, I end up getting like flaky looking lips. I'm kind of going through all the liquids first before I grab some lip crayons. Okay, here we have the first Kylie liquid lipstick that you'll see. I do actually own a handful. These are probably my favorite liquid lipsticks, honestly. I think that they are a pretty good value when you buy them in the lip kit, but I always get them during the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty sale when they are pretty much the same price as a drugstore liquid lipstick, if not cheaper. I just love this formula. It wears so well on me. And this cap is a bit sticky too. So something in here has leaked and I'm not excited about that. So this is the shade Dolce K. This is probably one of my most worn, especially in the fall. It's just this beautiful like cappuccino brown, very 90s. Love that. And it's a cool brown as well. And then I have another one in this little quadrant. This one is 20. This is like a dark mauve-y sort of shade, almost a dark berry. These just last on me so well, especially when paired with the lip liners, which I will probably go through in the part 2 to this. When I go through the bullet lipsticks, I'll also do lip liners as well. These were probably what finally got me into lip gloss. The Revlon Ultra HD vinyl lip polishes, because they were pigmented and they had more of like a cushy, balmy feel versus a sticky feel, very much a fusion between liquid lipstick and lip gloss. And this is sort of what like opened the door for me to be like, oh, not all lip gloss feels gloopy and sticky anymore. So those are just a few shades. I'm definitely going to come across more as we go through this. This light shade is called Act Natural, which was probably my most worn. And then the mauve one is Birthday Suit. That's another one that I used to reach for all the time. I need to go ahead and declutter them, even though they probably have a little bit left in them. But I do believe I have like unopened ones in my PR stash, so I can just go ahead and replace them. Okay, moving on, we've got a few of these in my collection and I will be keeping all of them. They are the Catrice Powerful 5 Liquid Lip Balms. These, like the name suggests, are a liquid lip balm, but they are pigmented enough to just give you a nice wash of color. They have hyaluronic acid, vitamin E, shea butter, green tea, and goji berry. They feel so good on the lips, especially in winter. This is one of the kind of lighter, sheerer shades for more of like a no makeup look. This one's called Lychee Glaze. I really like that one. Now, I'm really disappointed that Catrice is pulling out of Ulta Beauty. So here in the United States, the only place you're going to be able to find them now is online. You're just going to have to buy it from their website or on Amazon. They are on Amazon. Here's another one that I just had on my desk because I literally just wore this yesterday. This one is called Raspberry Cream. This one's just a little bit darker, but you can see it's more of a sheer wash of color. They're definitely not as pigmented as like those Revlon ones, but they feel so, so good. Not sticky at all, not heavy, and these I'm wearing a lot over lip liners. Next, we've got this lip juice from the Misguided Beauty brand. Oh, this might be what leaked because that was really hard to get open. I did enjoy this when I tried it. It's a bit tacky for my liking, but overall it was very comfortable to wear and I really like that color. This is in the shade First Date. I'm gonna keep that, especially because I just decluttered all of those Essence glosses. I wanna make sure that I have enough for like my go-to lip look right now. This Rimmel London, ooh, this is pretty old too. I should probably declutter this. I love these, especially for under masks. They are one of the very few lip products that I trust to actually stay on under a mask, the Rimmel Provocalips. Has anyone else noticed that Rimmel is increasingly becoming hard to find though? Like in store, I can never find them. This is a 16-hour kiss-proof lip color. This is the shade Kiss Off. I have a few of these. It's a two-step system where you lay down the color first, and it is a very, very pigmented and matte color, and then you seal it in with a moisturizing top coat. So like I said, this is incredibly old. I do feel like I need to declutter these, although it makes me sad because I'm afraid I'm not going to be able to find them again. I have a couple more. I just want to kind of grab them since I know I need to declutter them, just like with the Essence ones. I've got this little mini Kylie liquid lipstick. This came in like a trio stocking stuffer from Ulta Beauty that they sold, I want to say for like $15, and it came with 3 mini liquid lipsticks and 3 mini lip liners. This isn't marked, so that's not at all helpful, but I do believe the kit came with like 2 core shades and 1 limited edition shade that was just in the kit. So wouldn't be able to tell you what color this is, but it's kind of a pretty dusty apricot sort of. And then we just have this Morphe 2 lip gloss in the shade Extra Glaze. It is an incredibly sheer lip gloss, even though there's like a little bit of a tinted pink. You're not really gonna see that. See, it really just goes on like a clear lip gloss. I forgot that I had this, so I'm definitely gonna keep that. All right, so what I think I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna do the liquid lipsticks first and then go through and do the crayons. So that way it's fresh in my mind if I have like a similar liquid lipstick formula to whatever I've been swatching. Okay, we've got another Kylie. This is in the shade Dazzle. Ooh, that is pretty. That is like a beautiful bright coral. Now, I can't remember if this has to be a newer tube. I mean, the cap is just way too clean. I just remembered that I've had this shade since the beginning of this liquid lipstick line, Lover. I've always owned it, but I know at some point I bought a new tube, and I think this is the newer tube. So I think I'm good to keep this one. I don't really need to say a lot about this, do I? It is the most long-lasting liquid lipstick at the drugstore. The only thing is I find it to feel a bit heavy at times. And if you over-apply, which is really easy, it will definitely sort of make your lips look crackly. Ooh, okay, so I have 2 of the Honest Beauty liquid lipsticks in this section, and I know I have probably 2 somewhere else. I do like these. They are a very comfortable liquid lipstick. They're a little bit of an anomaly though, because they're not completely transfer proof, but the color lasts like a long time. So even if you get transfer like on your cup or something, it doesn't seem to actually take the lipstick off of your lips. So this is just a beautiful kind of deeper neutral. That'd be really pretty for fall. That one is called BFF. It's also a hydrating liquid lipstick. So if you are not a fan of matte liquid lipstick and maybe you just kind of always have dry lips like I do, this is a dream formula for that. This one is called Off Duty. Much more of a light pink, almost a coral. So definitely keeping those. These are just a really, really nice formula. But like I said, since they're not transfer proof, definitely not something I'd wear under a mask, just because once it transfers onto the mask, it could then smudge onto your skin. Okay, we have another NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream that I'm just gonna automatically declutter. This is a new tube of the Milani Matte Satin liquid lipstick in the shade Lavish. This is sort of a beigey nude, but like I said, this is brand new, so I'm definitely going to keep it. Now, in this little section, I have 2 of the L'Oreal Signature Rouge liquid lipsticks, lip stains. I mean, they're referred to either. These are sort of a combination of liquid lipstick and liquid lip stain because they are pigmented, but they're so thin that they feel like a lip stain and they stay all day like a lip stain. That was the shade I Lead, sort of a brick terracotta. This is the shade I Create. I think I'm gonna keep holding on to them. Okay, so these Revlon ones, they're definitely not as old as the vinyl ones because they came out after, I believe. I think this only just came out last year, the limited edition one as well. They have the Revlon Ultra HD Matte and Hyper Matte Lip Mousse and Lip Color. So here we have the shade Dusty Rose. This is the Hyper Matte formula. The difference is that the Hyper Matte formula is like actually matte, and the just normal matte formula is more of a satin matte. I forgot who this was a collab with because I cannot read that signature. It was like Sophia something. This is the shade Obsessed. I love this shade. That is like my perfect lip shade. You're probably going to see very similar colors throughout this declutter. I'm trying to think if I already swatched something like it, but I don't think I have. Ooh, maybe the Honest one. Wait, hold on. Sometimes I like to just swatch side by side to see if, oh no, the Honest one is much cooler. Okay. I just don't want to keep too many like repeat shades, you know what I mean? And then this is Seduction. Weird, that's like pretty similar, no? I don't know why this one is like, oh, is this a vinyl? No, this is supposed to be matte. Ooh, this does not feel matte. So that kind of indicates to me that the formula might be separating a bit. Like, how is that? Look how glossy it is. What? Honestly, I think all three of those could be decluttered. All right, so I do have two of the Maybelline lifter glosses. These are probably the most popular lip glosses at the drugstore right now. I have the shades Moon and Topaz. I would say Topaz is probably my most worn because it's sort of this warm nude. These aren't incredibly pigmented either, but I've been wearing them over lip liner and they're just beautiful for that. That's sort of like a warm nude. You can see the back of my hand is starting to get a little stained. And then Moon is more of a nudie pink. Very sheer, but gives just enough of a wash on the lips. So gonna keep those. And then the last liquid product in this, since we're gonna go through the liquids first, Juicy Couture, yes, Your Majesty is the shade. Now this is like a super uber metallic liquid lipstick, very much 2000s nostalgia, and definitely not something that I have much of in my collection. So I think that's unique enough to keep. I don't know, is it focusing or not? And that's just packed with glitter. So now I'm gonna have another struggle with getting glitter off of the back of my hand. I already said that I was going to try and keep my Maybelline Super Matte liquid lipsticks, or Super Stay liquid lipsticks, excuse me. And I do believe that this is, again, a repeat purchase for me because of the shape of the cap. You're probably going to see some tubes that I will declutter that are in a little bit worse for wear condition. So this is Pioneer. This is sort of like that classic blue-based red. I suggest this to everyone when they're looking for a red liquid lipstick. It is flattering on pretty much everybody, and this is the type of shade that's going to make your teeth look super white. Oops, there's another one of those Essence glosses. And I'm also seeing two NYX. Oh wait, no, one is a liquid suede. Oh, and that's a butter gloss. Okay. So the butter gloss I actually do enjoy a lot more than I used to. This is very old and definitely needs to be decluttered though. This like came with me from when I used to live in LA. So this is at least 4 to 5 years old. But the butter gloss is definitely a formula that I did not appreciate enough when the butter gloss like had such a kung fu grip on the beauty community. The intense butter glosses, I don't even know if these are still around, but this was like the slightly more pigmented version of the butter glosses, which are still around. That one I'm not even gonna swatch, I'm afraid, because honestly, like there are parts of my hand right now that are feeling a little bit itchy, potentially from the older products that I decluttered. So let's swatch this NYX one. I'm trying to remember when I got this. I don't feel like it's that old. This is in the shade Kitten Heels, the NYX Liquid Suede. I don't remember what haul I would have gotten this in. Ooh, this is a very warm red, a lot different from that Maybelline one that I swatched, and you can tell it's just got more of like an orangey undertone. I personally prefer how blue-based reds look on me, but this is a really nice shade just to have, especially for summer. So I'll go ahead and hold on to that. I do really enjoy this formula. We have another one of those vinyl lip polishes that could stand to be decluttered. This is another really pretty blue base shade though. Cherry on Top. I always loved this as a glossy red for the holidays. So hopefully I have another red gloss that can replace this. Speaking of, actually, I have this Believe Beauty gloss. Looks a little warm. This is called Cherry on Top. Wait, that is so funny. I thought that I just had a brain fart. These are both called Cherry on Top. Now this is definitely newer than that Revlon one, probably only within the last year did I get this. This is definitely a liquid lipstick and not a lip gloss. For some reason I thought it was a lip gloss. Now here's the thing though. I know that this doesn't last as long as the Maybelline liquid lipstick, and because I like the other color a little better. You can see this is definitely not as opaque either. I would have to go over this in a couple layers, I'm going to declutter this just for the reason that I want to keep my collection as minimal as possible and really have room to grow again. That's kind of how I feel a lot of this red section is going to be like. Ooh, I do have this Kylie red though, which y'all know I'm not going to declutter. I'm not decluttering any of my Kylie lipsticks just because they are my favorite formula. This is a beautiful blue-based red. I mean, it's so blue-based that it's almost berry. If my memory serves me correctly, this might be called Mary Jo K. Okay, this is a very, very warm red, again, from the L'Oreal Signature Rouge line, and then I have a deeper blue-based red. So this is kind of, you can see the difference. Just in case you were a little unclear when I say a blue-based red or a cool red versus a warm red. So this one is called I Don't. Yeah, it's called I Don't. Now with these, the swatches don't really do them justice because they do have a little bit of a translucency behind them since they're on the stain side of a liquid lipstick, but they do look opaque on the lips. Yeah, isn't that interesting how much of a range just the color red has? So I am gonna go ahead and keep both of those. Definitely different enough to hit different needs. You can see how fast those stain. Look, that deeper red. I barely had it on my hand for maybe 60 to 85 seconds. Ooh, we're gonna have to start swatching on the wrist. Oh, here's one more. Wait, let me kind of compare these. This is almost like a neutral, but still slightly warm. This is like the whole spectrum of reds. This is called I Am Worth It. Yeah, this is kind of, ooh, interesting. This looks even more of like a neutral red, and that makes the other one almost look pink. What is this one? Oh, okay. Well, this is definitely not a red, but it was just shoved into the section. This is a Gerard Cosmetics gloss, or this is called a lip cream in Wild Berry Tart. Although I don't think this is a liquid lipstick. I'm pretty sure this applies like a gloss, or it stays glossy at least, although you can see it's got a ton of pigment. That's really pretty. I remember getting this back when I first dyed my hair purple, so that was 2018. I think we can declutter this. Now here's a straight up orange. I'm just going to move that back to where the other oranges are just so we can kind of stay on theme here. All right, we only have a few more liquid products in this section. We've got a Wet n Wild liquid catsuit. I'm definitely going to keep this just because I don't have a lot of them and I want to have the formula around so that I can remember to recommend it to y'all. This is in the shade Missy and Fierce. Beautiful color as well, and these are a lot more lightweight than the Maybelline ones. And then I've got two more of these Revlon ones. Again, they are the newer tubes that I have because I remember this being a newer collaboration in the shades Forever Yours and Sophia Red. So yeah, who was this a collaboration with? I don't really like that shade. This is more of like a fuchsia. Yeah, not in love with either of them. Let's declutter. And we've got two more liquid products in this section. We have a Dose of Colors. I got it during an Ulta 21 Days of Beauty haul. I forgot that I owned it, so let's go ahead and swatch it. See, that has really heavy pink undertones to it. I don't even know, would you consider that a red or like a magenta? I don't know about that one. And this was the Wonder Woman Revlon collaboration, and I believe this is a gloss. Now, this collaboration like released and disappeared so dang fast that by the time I actually did my video on it, which was very shortly after I received the PR, it was like already gone from the drugstores. So this is going to be one of those things that if you're interested in getting it, you might have to look on eBay or something, but it was a pretty cool collaboration. I did a video on the entire collection. Oh wait, is this a lip gloss or is it a liquid lipstick? Oh, that's beautiful. Oh my gosh, man. Okay, I'm going to keep this and like vow to use it more because I don't know if I've actually used this since I filmed that video and I forgot how beautiful it was. Moving along, now here we're kind of getting into the deeper shades and sort of berry mauve-y colors. The first one that is pulling my eye is ColourPop Beeper. I believe this is a relatively new tube. I think I just bought it last year. I really like this shade because it's sort sort of like a grayish. It's like a brownie, beigey, cool shade that can also lean mauve depending on what I'm wearing on my eyes. It is incredibly versatile, and I definitely don't think I have another shade like this, so keeping that one. The ColourPop Ultra Matte Lips, they're not my absolute favorite lip product ever, but I do think that they do have just enough unique shades that I keep up with checking out what they've got. But I do kind of have a whole rant video about ColourPop if you want to watch that. Okay, here is another Kylie. Now, funny story, this one I actually bought on clearance at Ulta, so I'm not sure if they still make this color or if it was limited edition or what, but there was like a handful of these in the clearance bin in the shade Punk, which is such a cool color. I don't know why these would be on clearance. This must have been like some kind of limited edition, like fall shade or something. It's this really, really deep kind of purple brownie shade. I love this color, and I think on clearance this was like $6 or something. Now here's a lip gloss that's a little out of place. This is from Believe Beauty, again the Dollar General brand, in the shade Georgia Peach. This is a pretty standard lip gloss. I mean, it feels a little tacky on the lips. It's not like my favorite formula. I sort of prefer lip glosses that feel more like butters or like, you know, that cushy feel. So I do think I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this. Ooh, when did I get this? Okay, this was definitely another, most of like the higher end products that you'll see like kind of in my whole collection, they're almost always going to be something that, I mean, I either got sent by PR or that I picked up during Ulta 21 Days of Beauty. This is something that I bought myself during Ulta 21 Days of Beauty, the Tartist Lip Paint in Killin' It. I can't say how old this is. I want to say that I bought this potentially to wear at my wedding. That would make it 4 years old though, and that scares me. There was a hot minute where I was convinced that I was going to wear a burgundy lip for my wedding because we got married in the fall and this was one of the wedding colors. And this is like, you know, a very, very long wear liquid lipstick. It does perform pretty well, but I think I chickened out just because I was so worried about it wearing like in the middle of my lips, like after eating or talking, whatever. And I didn't want to be caught dead with a butthole lip situation in any photos. So I did end up wearing a neutral lip, but that would have been really pretty. This is another one that I could probably stand to toss. This is definitely, you can see how worn the label is. It's missing a whole A. This is another one that I was testing to wear at my wedding, but it was just that innermost portion of the lip that always wears off, like the slightly wet part. And I just was not down to be worried about that all night. Anyway, this is definitely too old to keep, so I'm gonna toss this. Ooh, we've got another one of the Catrice liquid lip balms. It's kind of like a warm brown, but I don't know if you can see, it's got some golden shimmer to it. Let's swatch it. Ooh, that is really pretty. That would be so gorgeous on top of like a warm nude or brown lip liner. So this again is brand new like the rest of them, so keeping that. Next, we've got the L'Oreal Signature Rouge. I mean, you'll be able to tell, you know, what collections I really like and enjoy because I have so many of them. These are in the shade I Tease, which is sort of a grayish, and I Enjoy, this deep oxblood shade. Probably gonna keep them both. Oh my gosh, how beautiful is that for fall? And then that's a really nice neutral for fall as well, kind of like a warm beige. And when these dry down, by the way, they are like slightly matte. I would say they're a satin matte. We have another one of those Revlon Sophia collaborations. This is in the shade Wish. Yeah, you know what? I think this formula has gone bad because it is seriously applying more like a gloss and not a cream. And I know what this is supposed to feel like. Ooh, okay. This RIP for real. So I am going to go ahead and toss this because it is on the older side, but I'm really mad that they don't make these anymore. This is the CoverGirl Clean Fresh Tinted Lip Oils. I have not been able to find these either online or in store recently. This was like the best thing that they put out in the Clean Fresh line. I am not sure why, I don't know, people didn't get on board. The tinted lip oils, they had just just enough of a wash of color to really add a pop, but they felt so freaking comfortable all day, very moisturizing on the lips. This was sort of the more purple one, but as you can see, still very wearable. But I do have several of these. I'll just pull them out. They're gonna have to go. And even the color was like sort of long lasting on these. So they were almost like a gloss stain, but these are definitely due to be decluttered. We've got another ColourPop. This was a repeat purchase for me because I liked the color so much. This one is Bumble. This reminds me a lot of another Kylie one that I have. I'm not sure what it was called. I think we already swatched it though. Speaking of, we've got one here. This is in the shade Ulta Beauty. So this is it's not a limited edition shade. It's just exclusive that you can only buy it at Ulta Beauty. And this is like one of those shades that I totally gravitate towards. You've probably seen me swatch very similar throughout this video. It's sort of just this neutral mauve. It doesn't lean too pink or purple, which is why I really like it because it can match so many different looks. Oops, we've got another Rimmel Provoc lips that I need to declutter. Oh, here's another one of the Honest Beauty liquid lipsticks in more of a purpley mauve shade. This is called Forever. And this is like a muted, cool, taupey purple. Really like that. And here is, I think, my last Honest Beauty liquid lipstick in the shade Fearless. This might be my favorite out of all the ones I own. This one is just a true berry shade. Another Kylie. This one is called Posy K. You're really getting like so many Kylie swatches. I swear I'm not sponsored and I wish I was, girl. This is, again, sort of like a neutral mauve. This one's feeling a little gloopy though. Ooh, like the separator got dislodged or something. Interesting. I'm gonna have to look at that more closely. This is the ColourPop Ultra Blotted Lip, which, if I'm correct, is getting discontinued. Surprise, surprise. I mean, anytime ColourPop puts out anything, you have to expect it to be discontinued very quickly. If you want to watch my ColourPop rant, I won't duplicate it here. I only discovered this formula like as, I guess, it was announced that they would be discontinuing these, and I really, really like it. It's sort of this in-between of liquid lipstick and liquid lip stain. It gives you just, I mean, you know, as the name suggests, a blotted or blurred lip effect. So this was really nice to either just put a wash of color on the lips on its own or put over some lip liner. This is in the shade Zuma, by the way. I'm gonna keep that because I did only get it last year. Okay, we have some more of those Revlon shades. I think this is a newer one though. I'm gonna declutter the vinyl. This, I think I opened a little bit more recently. Ooh, that's pretty. That's like kind of a nude warm brown. I actually really like that. I'm gonna go ahead and keep that one. As I go through here, I am trying to kind of look at what is in my keep pile to make sure I don't have too many of similar shades. This Revlon one does sort of look like these two other ones that I like better. I feel like this keeps happening with the Revlon ones. Am I wrong? I just have formulas I like better. Even when there's a shade that catches my eye, I'm like, oh no, I already have a couple of those. Yeah, these are all very similar. I don't need another one. Oh, Too Faced Lip Injection. This came, this was only from December 2020. This was in a Christmas makeup set that Too Faced was selling. I believe it was either an Ulta set or a QVC set or both. So this is a lip injection lip gloss. I'll go ahead and keep this just because it is relatively new. It's only a year old and I really haven't used it a lot. So the lip injections are plumping lip glosses. So you do maybe I shouldn't have swatched this. You do sort of have like a reaction to them where you get that warming, that tingling, and the plumping. I'm gonna try to wipe that off really quickly. All right, we've got another Believe Beauty liquid lipstick in sort of this mauve-y shade, very similar to the Honest one that I have. And again, it's a decent liquid lipstick for the price because it's less, or it's $5 or less, but I don't think this is something that's really going to add to my collection at this point. So I'll go ahead and declutter it. You've got a couple more of the L'Oreal Signature Rouges. This is a really interesting color. It is in I Stand, very 90s, very fall, and kind of grungy. This one's a little bit more year-round. I Choose. That's really pretty. I'm gonna keep that. We have another sort of taupey purple shade in the NYX Liquid Suede. This is in the shade Brooklyn Thorn. I believe I recommended this a couple seasons ago as like a really cool, unique fall lip. Again, it's almost like a gray purple. Isn't that so cool? I'm gonna go ahead and keep that just because I don't really have much else like it in my collection. Even the L'Oreal one we just swatched, which I'll go ahead and swatch just one more time side by side. This one is like more brown. In fact, it looks way warmer when you put them side by side. Okay, next we've got 2 of these AOA Velvet lips. So I do want to keep them just to give it a shot and see if it's something that I can recommend to you. Y'all know how much I love AOA Studio, but at this point in like the brand's existence, they are still very hit or miss. So these are like $1 liquid lipsticks. This is the shade Aria and this is the shade Reese. Ooh, that's a really pretty purple. These are really opaque and smooth, just swatched. So I'm going to just give myself a mental note to actually test these out fully for y'all. All right, let's move on. We've got another Revlon one. Oh, wait, 2 that I'm going to go ahead and declutter. Ooh, I have probably mentioned this one quite a bit. I'm a huge fan of these. I think the Ulta Beauty brand in general does not get enough hype. They really have some good finds. This is the Tinted Juice Infused Lip Oil. Like I said, I'm very big on lip oil versus lip gloss just because I feel that they're more comfortable. And this is in the shade Coral Punch. I reach for this so much during summer. Very, very light wash of color, though it is noticeable. And this is just incredibly hydrating on the lips, which is awesome because my lips are chronically chapped. Funny enough, I feel like that product is like a cheaper version of this. This is the Sugar Rush. What is this called? I don't know what this actual product is called, but Sugar Rush is basically like a cheaper version of Tarte. They're owned, like it's owned by Tarte. This is called Cherry Slush, and it's like a similar kind of lip oil scenario. This one's actually less pigmented. Very, very similar formulas for sure. I think I can get rid of this. This does not impress me at all. Okay, we've got a few more of those L'Oreal Signature Rouge lipsticks. Now, here's the thing though. I never wear this color, so even though this is an amazing formula, I think I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this. These types of like baby pinks, they just don't look right on my complexion. This, however, is another neutral brown, which I kind of feel like I've kept enough of. I Explore. I feel like we have another one of these Signature Rouge lipsticks in this exact same color. Am I wrong? I think I might declutter this one as well. Wait, let me look at it next to this one. Okay, so it's definitely warmer than the one I already kept. But I feel like I have another brown. Oh, maybe I've only kept cool ones. See, this is where I need to audit myself to make sure I'm not just going, this is a pretty color, I'm keeping it. This is a pretty color, I'm keeping it. Okay, wait a second. Okay, these 3 are so similar and this one isn't. So I think I might have to keep this and then get rid of this one because we've got 2 others that are literally the same color. I've got another Rimmel that I'll declutter. Oh wait, 2 actually. I think I have 2 more of these Too Faced. I always get these in the holiday sets, although this one is not my jam and I'm not even gonna go ahead and swatch that because look at all the freaking glitter. I do not want that on my skin right now, but I'll just go ahead and open this for you. This was a lip gloss, I wanna say, Raisin the Roof. It came with a palette. Too Faced does a great job on their holiday sets and they really do make them a good value for sure. And then this is just a full-size lip clear lip injection, which I will keep. This is just like the lip plumper you can put under any or over any lipstick rather. Okay, so next up we have this lip gloss. This is from the Revolution and Nightmare Before Christmas collab that came out, I want to say last year. I was actually incredibly impressed with the collaboration and how well they committed to the theme and the movie. This was just not my jam. All right. Oh, we have another Ulta Beauty Watermelon Waves Juicy Gloss. Very comfortable to wear, not super sticky, but this is definitely more of a classic gloss where it's very sheer, does not add a lot of color. I don't know if I want to keep this. And the scent of this is extremely strong, and I don't think I'd really like wearing that, so I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this. And let's see what we've got here. We've got 2 more. Ooh, this is the Revlon Super Lustrous The Gloss in Lean In. This is sort of like a metallic gloss. I'm gonna say this is a more recently opened product. I think I opened it to swatch it and then I just threw it in this drawer because I don't keep opened products among my unopened PR, so that way I can keep the products that are like donatable separate. That's actually pretty. It's still pretty sheer, but you do get this like metallic glow to it. So I'll go ahead and keep that. And last, we have this Revolution matte liquid lipstick. I know that I'm not a huge fan of this. It's just a very basic liquid lipstick. Again, I feel like I have similar colors and formulas that I already like better, so this is going to be a declutter. I don't know why I have such a large orange collection because I very rarely wear orange colors. This is going to be a declutter. This is a very, very old tube, but it just looks new because I haven't used it up a lot. This is Heroin. The thing is, like, I hold on to these thinking like, oh, you know, I'm gonna do a makeup look and I'm gonna want an orange and I'm gonna be so sad that I don't have any orange. I'm gonna have to go out and buy it, blah, 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 blah. It never happens. I mean, I think once I've worn an orange lipstick, like specifically for a Halloween situation. Like, this is way too neon orange for me, for sure. So this is the L'Oreal in I Radiate. Like, no way. That does not look good on my skin tone. The exception is these more like brick oranges. These I can pull off. So these are like kind of orangey browns. So we have another L'Oreal one in I Amaze. And this one I definitely have worn and enjoyed. But you can see that's more of like an orange brown. So this one I'll keep. And this is the Juvia's Place liquid lipstick in Soil. And there's just like this muted quality to it. This is slightly more red. Maybe. All right, next up, okay, we have another one of those CoverGirl lip oils that are really old. We have an orange Morphe lip gloss, but again, we know that these are pretty sheer. That one's pretty though, actually. You can see a little bit. See, this I can wear because it'll just warm up the lips. And this is the Pixi Lip Lift Max in Sweet Nectar. This is more of a gloss than a liquid lipstick. This I feel like I could actually get away with because that's more like corally orange and not necessarily pumpkin orange. And I definitely did not keep any lip glosses of that shade quite yet. Ooh, this has got to go. This is like at least 6 or 7 years old. I can't believe this is still in here. The Neutrogena Hydro Boost Hydrating Lip Shine. I actually really like these. In the time where I did not like wearing lip glosses, I would wear these because they were so comfortable. The Hydro Boost line, I'm not going to swatch this because it's so old, but the Hydro Boost line has that hyaluronic acid in it, and it just felt like it actually sunk into the lips and left you with a little bit of color versus like sitting on top of the lips. All right, moving on to these purples. So we have 2 from L'Oreal. Let's see if we actually want to keep both, although you can see there is a pretty drastic difference. This seems like a more of a true violet in I Rebel. That's pretty. Okay. And this one looks like more of a plum in I Captivate. Oh, I'm such a sucker for like deep lip shades. So I do think that those are both unique enough where they could add something to my collection. And then we've got this long-lasting one from Maybelline in Believer. Yeah, this is pretty clean. I think this is more of a newer opened one for me. This will be more of like that bold lip that I want to last all day. So I'll keep that one as well. Last section before we just go through and do all of the pencils rapid fire. So we've got a clear Clean Fresh tinted lip oil, but it's not tinted because they made a transparent one. This is like my go-to black lipstick right now, especially for fall and Halloween season, the Milani Matte Satin in Licorice. I'm definitely keeping this because it's the only one that I have right now. It's okay in terms of, oh, look how quickly those stained. This is not like super, you know, bulletproof in terms of how long it lasts. But if you do line your lips with like a black eyeliner, you can get it to look pretty good. It's just once you start eating, you are going to end up with that ring. But how beautiful and chic is that black? Okay, we have a clear AOA lip gloss in Lip Pop. I'm going to keep this just because I feel like a clear lip gloss is handy when I just want to make a lipstick glossy. All right, so I want to do these pencils rapid fire. So let's work back to front. We have these 3 pencils. We've got the Superstay Ink Crayon. Again, this is an orange that I'm not using a lot, hence them being in the back of the drawer. Although out of all the oranges, this does, you know, lean a little bit more red. And then we have 2 of the Physicians Formula Rose Kiss All Day pencils. This one is Hot Lips. I really don't think I'm going to be wearing that all that often. And this next one is Kiss Me. Ooh, that one's actually a pretty nude, corally nude. I think that's going to be the only one that I keep out of these three. Okay, so then in this little square, we have two. Again, we have another Maybelline ink crayon in the shade Treat Yourself. That's a really pretty fuchsia pink. And then the Physicians Formula Rosé Kiss All Day Glossy Lip in She's a Wild Rose. Why is this like broken already though? I think I'm just going to keep the Maybelline one. All right, moving along. In this one, we have 4 pencils. The Milani Ludicrous Matte Lip Crayons. These are so freaking beautiful. Okay, this is in the shade V Cute. That is just a beautiful berry shade. Then we have the Physicians in Call Me Baby. Oh, that's nice. It's a little bit more plummy. Another Physicians in First Kiss. This looks like a little bit more of a neutral mauve. Kind of like both of those, not gonna lie. And then we have the Honest Lip Crayon in the shade Fig. Ooh, that's pretty. I think I'm only gonna keep the Honest and the Mauve Physicians from this one. And the Milani pencil. I already put that in the pile. All right, we actually have a lot in this section. A lot of these deeper and berry shades. Okay, we have the Maybelline Superstay. This is in the shade Accept a Dare. It's kind of a berry purple. This one looks similar, but this is a glossy lip pencil. This is the shade XOXO. I like that this is a little bit more, I don't know, there's like a redder undertone to this one. And obviously it's a glossy pencil, which is different. Let's keep swatching. Here's another Physicians matte one in Wine and Dine. I just feel like these shades are so similar that I don't necessarily need all of them. I don't know if I'm a fan of Wine and Dine. Not really wine. It looks brown. Am I wrong? We've got another Milani Ludicrous, which I think I'll keep just because I love these so much. This is in the shade So Obsessed. It is more of a cool brown. This looks like a pretty similar shade. The Maybelline in Settle for More. Ooh, okay, so yeah, these look very similar. I'm gonna keep both Maybellines and get rid of this Physicians. Okay, moving along, we have another glossy Physicians, and this is in the shade Blushing Mauve, which I've obviously worn down a lot. The one thing with these is that they're kind of hard to sharpen, so I really let them get flat before I attempt. That's okay, but I feel like I have a gloss in this shade that won't be hard to sharpen. Lingerie Push-Up from NYX. This is in the shade Embellishment, which looks like a cool grayish purple. Ooh, yeah, that is super, super cool. Now let's see. I don't think we have anything else like it, so I'll put that in the keep pile for now. We have another Lingerie Push-Up, and this one is Seduction. Love that. That is beautiful. I'm going to hang on to that, but I might have something similar in the section in front of it, or even this one actually. This is the Maybelline in Live on the Edge. Ooh, shoot. Those are pretty similar, huh? Well, they look a lot different on camera than they do in real life. I'm really trying to do split decisions here. The fact of the matter is I have not been using all of these, you know what I mean? Oh, wow. A ColourPop Lippie Sticks. Gold Digger. I think this came in like a 3-piece set because it's shorter. Ooh, that's pretty, but I feel like we've already kept something like it. Yeah, I think we did. And since I'm sort of detoxing my ColourPop collection, the less ColourPop, the better. Here we have 2 matte Physicians. We've got Pillow Talk. Oh, that's really pretty. And I Do. Okay, those are way too close for me to keep both. I think I'm gonna keep Pillow Talk. We have another Milani Ludicrous in Can't Even. I love it, but I feel like we've got a lot of it. This one looks very similar from Maybelline in Lead the Way. Yeah, those are super similar. Do not want to keep both. I think I might keep the Milani one. Here's another one that looks similar. This is in Stay Exceptional. That's pretty similar too. Yeah, I think I'm gonna declutter that one. This one definitely looks more like a brown, maybe? This is in Enjoy the View. Okay, that's pretty different enough that I feel okay keeping that one. Okay, just a few more. This one, I feel like it's not even gonna really show up on me. Oh, I was wrong. Oh, wow, that's really pink. I don't know if I like that pink on my skin tone. Here we have another NYX Lingerie Push-Up. This one is in the shade Silk Indulgent, and oh heck no, is that not a shade for me? This is Teddy. Oh heck yeah, I'm keeping that one. Oh wait, hold on. I can't get ahead of myself here because I know that I've kept other browns already, although that one is pretty cool toned. Okay, I think I'm good on the cool toned pencil front for this shade. Although here's another brown. Wait a second, how many browns do I need? Oh, this one's more of like a purpley brown. I prefer the other one. And then this is like a light brown. Pretty, but I think I might already have something like that. I know I've kept something that looks like that already, right? I'm gonna trust the process, and I'm pretty sure I've kept something already. And this one is like a light grayish. I think I kept like a liquid lipstick that looked just like this. We missed a Kylie. All right, I think I am gonna declutter this Maybelline one because like I said, I really just don't wear these like yellowy pinks very often. I just don't really like how they look on my skin tone. And our last little selection, we have a little NARS pencil. I'm pretty sure this was a birthday gift from Sephora. Beautiful red. I'm gonna keep that because I like being able to find dupes for higher end brands like that. We have another one of these ColourPop lippy sticks in like, was this not in the same color as the other one? I swear they just repackaged the same color over and over again. That's beautiful, but I'm pretty positive I've kept something already just like it. And then we've got a blue based red and a warm red. Now I think I'm gonna go ahead and keep the blue based red just so that I have that option in pencil form. Ugh, so beautiful and vibrant. I don't think I'm gonna keep the warm red. Yeah, not as much of a fan of that one. And here you can see the interlocking organizer that I was talking about. So this all kind of like comes apart. You just weave them through each other and you can customize like how big you want each slot and everything. And you cut them down to the size of the drawer. So here is the drawer post declutter. I am so happy with how this went. Obviously, again, just like all of my declutters, this still may seem like a lot to some people, but considering this is my full-time job, this is a much more streamlined collection and we certainly have room to grow. And just in case you're wondering, I decluttered 84 lipsticks today and kept 74. So I officially decluttered more than half of my collection. Well, I'm pretty happy about how that declutter went, but I'm already itching to do my next drawer. So tell me, which should I go through next? Should I declutter my blushes and bronzers or my eyeshadow palettes? Tell me in the comments below. Today's shout out goes to Emily. Thanks for being a member of the Slashed Squad. And join me over in this video next where I do a full face of cruelty-free drugstore makeup and talk a little bit about what that term really means. I'll see you over there. Bye.